Russia on Wednesday conducted large-scale strikes in Ukraine just a day before its Victory Day. Meanwhile, EU envoys have agreed to use windfall profits from Russian central bank assets frozen in the bloc for Ukraine's defense. Seung-jae has more.
A day before Russia's Victory Day, celebrating the Soviet Union's victory over Nazi Germany in 1945, its military conducted its largest attack in weeks against Ukraine. The Russian military carried out massive attacks on Ukraine's energy infrastructure on Wednesday, using 55 missiles and 21 drones launched from either Russia or Russian-controlled areas. The attacks targeted power generation and transmission facilities in 6 regions of Ukraine. The overnight attacks resulted in at least 3 civilian casualties, as Russia's military continues its recent attempts to paralyze Ukraine's energy system. Meanwhile, ambassadors of EU member nations on Wednesday agreed to use windfall profits from Russian central bank assets frozen in the bloc to further aid Ukraine's defense. According to Reuters, citing EU diplomatic sources, the bloc will use some $300 billion of Russian financial assets that the G7 countries froze in 2022 over Moscow's invasion of Ukraine. Upon approval of its legal text, 90% of the proceeds will go into an EU-run fund for military aid for Ukraine, while the other 10% will support the war-torn country in other ways. The decision comes despite Russian officials last month threatening the West with a severe response and endless legal challenges if the frozen assets are touched. Seung-jae, Arirang News.